pretty difficult to edit 4K video because it just needs more muscle, it needs more power, and that's why I decided.
I'm still doing that 4 a.m. challenge. I'm still doing the challenge. I just, I've been having a lot of trouble keeping up with it, but that doesn't mean I'm not trying. Expect a full documentary type summary video at the end of the 30 days. Expect that to come out. You see, my reason for failing it today, I was quite simple actually. The struggles I've been having is all due to the time management piece. The editing's been taking longer because I've been putting a lot more effort into my videos. Hopefully you can see that. And I've been trying to put more thought into the stuff that I make in terms of, how I create the story, how I weave everything together. It's all these little things that I'm doing now that kind of push me to go to bed at like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. As weird as this is gonna sound, I have to take away just slightly away from the quality department of the video, if that makes any sense. To not think so hard about the stories that I'm creating, and kind of just free flow with it and kind of just have a strict deadline. Terren, you're gonna be done editing at 8 p.m., whatever you got, put it up on YouTube. But at the same time, I don't know if I like the sound of that. Anyway, I got work. I gotta get ready.
I hate the music business, the way you've always gifted. All the switch from being honest to cool and distant, new but not truly different. We got unruly misfits, players and jocks while we playing the part of the cruelest victims. Ain't a high school movie, had a brace like Tootie.
All dressed, ready to go to work. Oh. Almost there. Now we're almost at work.
Bit amusement fun that gets you sick from two spins.
One of my biggest concerns with my daily vlog is how consistent my life is. I wake up, I go to work, I go to school, I create videos every day. There's not a lot of variability in terms of what I do on a daily basis. So that is a concern. My biggest fear is that I become boring and that you see the same thing every day. So I try my best to mix it up wherever I can. At the same time, I feel like showing consistency with life and that things aren't as crazy as, a lot of people like to lead themselves to believe with what they see on social media. I think that has its benefits and virtues as well. But regardless, I'm on lunch. I'm gonna go home and eat some dinner, or wing. You ruined my shot. I was trying to... No, it's fine. Hi. It smells like rice in here. Mangoes? Where'd you get mangoes from?
My mom.
Those of you guys that don't know, I don't think I've ever said this yet, but I love mangoes. Mangoes are I think, behind coconut, my second favorite fruit is coconut or fruit?
Whose favorite fruit's coconut? That's so weird.
Mine. What's wrong with that? One of the greatest inventions in our time is chicken wings. I love chicken wings. It is the one thing I can eat all the time. Every restaurant I go to, I have chicken wings. Bye. Bye. She's doing our laundry today. Gotta go to work. Talk to you in a couple of hours. Bye. currently 7 o'clock at night. I did just get off from work. For the longest time, I used to think I was socially awkward. I would have trouble communicating and having conversations with people after work or sometimes during work, and I would just feel like emotionally exhausted. But I was wrong. I'm not awkward. At least I hope I'm not. But what I've discovered is that there is something called social burnout. We're all susceptible to it, and it's just this idea that you're always on and you're always in really heavy social situations where you're required to really be on all the time. Work, because I'm an advisor, I'm always on. Like it's never off. I'm serving clients, serving customers, talking and socializing with employees. Like that never really ends. But because you have to be at 100% the whole day, by the time the day ends, I'm completely burnt out. And the thing is, everybody has different levels, or everybody kind of gets burnt out at different rates. If you're extroverted, you're gonna get burnt out a lot later, I guess. And if you're introverted like me, I get burnt out very easily. And I know I don't come across as introverted, but I'm very introverted. I do very well by myself. I just how I'm wired. I think it's because I was an only child growing up for a long time. With every problem, there's always a solution. Sometimes, most of the time. Actually, there are a lot of problems that don't have solutions. Anyway, there is a solution for social burnout though. Sometimes this is called introverted burnout. Ultimately, it's all about trying to find time for yourself. See, for me, a lot of that is on days like this. A traditional Tuesday, Monday, whatever day it is today, I'm all by myself. It's because I'm naturally just introverted that way. Everybody's different. Everybody has a different kind of tolerance, like I've talked about, and it's all about just figuring out what that threshold for you is. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, a lot of us are really bad at saying no. Go to work, and then you have to socialize all the time at work. Then you come off from work, and then you have all these friends that want to hang out with you, and your friends are saying, let's do this, and you say yes to all of these opportunities and hangout sessions that require you to socialize and be on. It can really take a toll on you, depending on what your threshold is. I have a very low threshold. So naturally, I spend a lot of my time by myself or with my girlfriend. Because with my girlfriend, even though we're socializing and she's in my presence, this is a very weird phenomenon for me to explain. It's weird, I don't feel like I have to. The best way that I could put this is that when she's in my presence, I don't feel taxed socially. I don't feel like I have to be on. I feel like I can be off and things would be okay. I hope that makes sense. Ultimately, it does worry me because when you're the introverted type, you naturally hang out with people less, which is what I do. But what always worries introverts like myself is, are you hurting people's feelings? Am I displaying to somebody that I don't like them or that I'm not, that I don't want to be friends? Because that's really not the case for introverts like myself. I want to be your friend. I like having lots of friends and interacting with people. I hang out very sparingly. That's just how I operate, and anybody who's close with me or is my friend just knows to kind of expect that from me. That I'm just not the type to hang out often. I keep a thin schedule to just do the things that make me happy, like creating videos, ultimately spending time by myself. I love spending time just being in my own zone. It actually took me a very long time to kind of understand that about myself. For a long time, I thought that I was a dick. I thought I was a mean person, and like I was socially awkward. But it's not. And I always felt that was the case. And I Googled around, and it turns out this thing that I've been experiencing for my whole life has been called social burnout or introverted burnout, social hangover. And you know, I'm making this to kind of, you know, at least let all the introverts know, all of us need to band together and realize that the way you're reacting is okay, and you just have to stay true to yourself, and that if you need to be by yourself for X amount of days in a row, or if you need to kind of just turn off and do your own thing, like, don't feel bad about that. Get better at saying no. Because saying no allows you to do the things you want to do and live the life you want to live, and being more of a yes man and saying yes to things all the time, you're kind of letting other people control your life, and you're kind of living a life that they want you to live.